Did you feel fiction is how I can have an impact on the world, change the world, whatever?
I think, yes, of course I felt that. You don't write The City and the Pillar unless you think there is something eternal sitting there that needs to be said.
City and the Pillar came out in '48. That was one of the very first novels about same-sex relationships. And that was shocking enough at the time, but it was even more shocking that it was about all American boys and not about persons in decadent places in Europe or something like that.
No hairdressers in it.
No.
Here comes a bad letter from Vidal Sassoon.
What drove you to write that?
Exasperation. I came from a family that was generally sexually rather free in their attitudes. And I thought it was about time people told the truth, you know. And I'll talk about what went on in the Army. And of course it couldn't, because we were the manliest, greatest, noblest troops on earth. Everybody read the propaganda, and the New York Times printed all of it.
Did you realize that all hell was going to break loose?
Oh, yes. My family had raised all hell for several generations. My great-grandfather founded the Party of the People. It was around 1880, 1890. And then his son, my grandfather, in a moment of madness, founded something called the State of Oklahoma. And humor of that sort runs in our family. And the family did shocking things on a big public scale. And I thought, well, I may as well join the parade.
This is where your quarrel with the New York Times began, because the New York Times refused to review
8 books.
8 books, refused to review them. In fact, I think the chief reviewer of the New York Times said he wouldn't even read them. The City and the Pillar gathered a serious audience which endures, but the establishment in the USA seriously turned against it. How did you feel about that?
Well, reasonably heroic, I think.